Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Today we are fighting Pater Mater, so let's get this started. Let's morale these guys up, mostly to get Joshua and Estelle's attack power up. I really don't care about Kevin's attack power, but anyway, he's going to be true dual striking this guy to death. Defensive mode, his offense is limited. Okay, yeah. 17,000 HP. Whoa! Hey. Yeah, I already took off about 5,000 of that, so that's pretty nice. And let's also give him a speed up, because he's insane. He's a house. And then, let's see what I want him to do. He already has a attack up, so we're good. I'm just going to have him pretty much cast spells. So we'll just have him cast fire. That's fine, whatever. Don't really care what Kevin does. Kevin's my healer in this fight, pretty much. And he's just going to be healing whenever necessary, attacking... Actually, I probably should have Tita heal, because Kevin's magic power is a bit stronger than Tita's magic power. But something tells me I'm probably not going to have to heal anyway. Let's see, another true dual strike. Yeah, he's never going to run out of CP. He's fine. Let's have you... just attack. You're fine. Whoa! Ooh! And Tita gets a critical too. Nice. So we'll use her, yeah, we'll use the smoke cannon. Why not? Whatever. It doesn't really matter what she does, as long as they get that critical hit in. Awesome. Hey, this guy's almost dead. We'll have you join in the offense. Sweet. And I think that with Joshua's next hit, yeah, this should be it. Is this it? Alright? Yeah. Easy.
Let's move out.
Not an issue at all. Ooh, satellite beam. Sure, why not? Awesome. Ugh, it's like fighting a boulder. A boulder with guns. It's got even more armor and power than the Archaeism we fought under the castle. How are you still not dead? Fine, I'm bored now. Pater Mater, full output! Burn Estelle! Oh, just in time. Sweet. I like how this all takes place in one day. You know, it's dusk now, you know? It's reverted. The barrier's been dispelled. Why now? Just a few more minutes and could have burned you and made you cry and scream as I ripped out your guts with my bare hands. And we want to help this bitch? Like, seriously? But that's how life goes sometimes. I have to go back to the Glorious now. The professor told me to come back once the beta served its purpose. You mean Weissman? Once the beta served it, so the towers are returning to normal as part of your plan? Maybe. I didn't ask for the details. But he did say the barriers around the towers were the Oriole's hands. The Oriole's... Huh? What does that mean? It makes you wonder. Well, bye-bye. See you later. Oh, and next time we meet, I'll butcher you all. Damn, she's a psycho. She's worse than... Who was that girl in Tales of Abyss? I think that it was Arietta? The little girl that Annis couldn't stand, and she was a crazy bitch, too. God. What is it with JRPGs and just these crazy little girls? Like, they're either, like, sweet, or they're just, like, batshit fucking crazy. There's really no in-between with the little girls. From all reports, the Society's Jaeger and mechanical forces in all regions have been driven back. We'll be maintaining alert status, but I think we'll be standing down from that ourselves soon. That's wonderful! What a frickin' day! Invasion's over and the weirdness of the towers has stopped. Guess we can finally take a break. One can hope at any rate. If only I could understand what the enemy's plan was. You don't seem like you're in a party mood, Estelle. You upset about the kiddo? Yeah. I was just thinking. I was on all righteous high horse without even knowing why she joined. I think I just made things worse. I've always been kind of sheltered from the really nasty stuff in the world, so for me to try and save someone like her, maybe it really was just a selfish dream. No, Estelle, I don't think so at all. Renne is, in the truest sense of a word, a genius. She's capable of understanding any information she comes across and can turn it into her advantage. She's capable of adapting to any situation in her way, and she can control her surroundings perfectly. As far as I know, she was born with those abilities. Wow, I knew she was capable, but thinking about it, yeah, that's all true. Before the society took her in, she was in a horrible situation, worse than what I went through in many ways. Unlike me, though, her heart never really broke, at least not in the same way. At this point, adversity is just another obstacle to her, one she can overcome with guile or force. Rather than shutting down, she became as flexible as a snake, more so than any of us. But hang on! Even if she wasn't heartbroken or whatever, she still... Oh, trust me, I agree. No matter how happy she may say she is, she's still obviously in pain. It may have been years ago, but in all my time with her, and it was a lot, I've never seen her get all that worked up. I think your words reached a part of Renne even she doesn't recognize. That's something only you could do. Well, nuts. When you put it like that, how can I be depressed? Just you wait, Renne. Next time we meet, I'm gonna get to your real self. You can do it, Estelle. Never gives up, does she? Wouldn't be Estelle otherwise. Anyway, that aside, what do we do now? I don't feel safe just cruising back to Grand Cell without knowing what the society was really up to. In that case, might I suggest we stop at Leiston Fortress? We can consult with General Bright as what to do next. Oh, good idea. I think that's for the best. Well then, Julia, please set course for Leiston. By your command, milady. Blast it all! Blast it! Oh, hey, Professor, what's up? Grandpa? Hey, what's wrong? You seem really worked up. Data crystal you found in the tower. Capel just finished analyzing it. Okay. So, what was recorded on it? The function of the tetracyclic towers. You were right, in part. The 4 towers were built to keep the oriole sealed away in another dimension. Hang on. In another dimension? How in the world? Why? Wait a second. So the shadow towers were? Yeah. I suspect you're among the first humans in a millennium to travel dimensionally, and the Gospels, they're... Yes, indeed. Conduits for the power of the Shining Ring. Who's there? Oh, Weissman. Lovely. What? How in the hell? That man? How is he doing this without authorization? Leon, report! What's going on? I don't know, ma'am. I just noticed we received a transmission and then we lost control. Forced computer entry. Hacking, as some call it. I suppose having these advanced computers aboard the aerosol backfired on us. Haha. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Professor Russell. Yes, it's just as you suppose. I must admit, surprised that you were able to realize such a system on your own. Though I suppose it's no surprise coming from a student of Epstein himself. As full of yourself as a balloon. I'll point out, Professor Weissman, that our flight controls are not networked to any other system. You won't be able to crash us or force open our doors or any other harebrained nonsense. I wouldn't dream of it regardless. I simply wanted to contact you to ensure that you're properly informed and prepared, to make sure you knew of the coming moment of glory. Moment of... Let me see. Given your position, the best place to see it should be your foredeck. Good evening then, everyone, and welcome to the new age. Let's get to the deck! What's going on? What's happening? I just see a bunch of clouds and it's so dark. Best seen from the foredeck. There! What was that, Balamb Garden? It must be that flying city. Yes, it must be. That's it. That's the Oriole. Hells. Captain Schwartz, land the ship now! You have emergency orders from Cassius, right? If you don't hurry, it'll be too late for all of us. Marvelous. Goodness. Holy hell, that's something. Isn't it just wonderful? This is astounding. Now I understand why you're making such a big deal out of it. It's nice to see that all of you understand its worth. The oriole itself hasn't been sealed away in another dimension. Despite this, it's always been possible for it to influence our own dimension through the Gospels, which act as terminals. There was just one problem. We had no access to the originals, so we were forced to create replicas. Only the most accurate would do any less, and the oriole would have remained forever unattainable. After much trial and error, we managed to successfully create perfect replicas. These true Gospels finally allowed the oriole to remove the shackles that restricted its power. And so here it is, returned from the dark abyss in which it was sealed. That was the purpose of Stage 3 of the plan, I assume. Indeed. My comrades in arms, thanks to your labors, the third stage is complete, and now our plan moves to its final stage. End of Chapter 7, the Tetracyclic Towers. Oh yeah, got that achievement. Let's go ahead and save. Move right on. Oh, that's the Sky Bandit ship, right? Josette and all them? Pretty sure. How were they still able to fly if all the orbments and everything were, knocked out of the sky? Goddess. What is that thing? It's huge, ridiculously huge. That thing must be more than 5,000 arg across. It's like a giant floating island. No, look closely. The base is artificial. It's more a floating city than an island. A city? Well, we can't just sit here. Alright guys, listen up. We're getting onto that flying city island. What? Seriously? Of course I'm serious. I've never been more serious. If those society fools have brought that thing back, then think. It must have been full of incredible treasure, enough to pay our debts 10 times over. You've gotta be kidding me. We can't just go waltzing into something that huge. Josette, back me up here. Honestly, at this point, I bet there are things in that city I want too, like beyond treasure. Adios, save me. Kyle does have a point, though. Things have been weird all day. We should probably be careful. I mean, for starters, the radio's been silent for ages. That is true. Guild and Army transmissions are one thing, but even the civilian channels are dead, which is... Huh? A wave of light. Whoa! What happened? Report! Boss, big problem! The generators and flight engines have all cut out. All of them! What? Wait, that means we're really in trouble now. The flight field from the engines is dissipating. The Bobcat's not answering her helm at all either. You're kidding! You mean we can't do anything? There's only one thing that we can do at this point. What? Pray to Adios that it's not our time to be called to heaven. Whoa! Oh, crap! Hope they're over a lake or something. And Chapter 8 begins, Land of Chaos. Looks like everybody's in an uproar. No one knows what's going on. All the airships are grounded, including including the aerosol, and a lake. That's nice, at least. So that's what the light show at the towers was about. You kids put off a genuine miracle this time. Let me give you a reward first. Adios knows you've earned it. Sweet! Okay, ooh, 10,000 gold, 9 BP. B-rank gladiator belt, awesome. Still, what madness we've fallen into. Never thought being deprived of orbits would throw us into this much chaos. No kidding. Sorta makes you realize just how dependent we've become on an orbital power. It's true. Communication, transportation, defense, production, every single major function of society is effectively paralyzed at this point. For most people, I think the real worry would be the lights in the kitchen. From the sounds of it, the city was really in a tizzy last night. That's being kind about it. People were mobbing the guild house, the orbital workshop, the mayor's mansion, all demanding answers. It was awful. Everyone wanted to know what had happened, and I had no answers to give. Frenzied fools practically kept me up all night. Sorry, Lugren. With the floating city atop of all this, this crap's getting dire. Feels like we're one step away from a frickin' panic. Well, the people of Liberal love peace, so I don't personally expect a riot immediately. Should the situation continue for too long, however, people may begin to lose hope. Yeah, we must do something about this and quickly. So then, everyone, what's the plan you said Russell has to bring back to the dead? Turn water to ambrosia and save us all? Bring back the dead? Well, Professor Russell's come up with a new invention, and it isn't too far off. This, everyone, is my latest invention, the Zero Field Generator. Put simply, you're aware of the special warp field the Gospels produce, yes? This is a circuit which produces a field to nullify that warp via a resonance wave. That doesn't qualify as simple under any definition. If I understand correctly then, Professor, this can actually reverse the orbital shutdown phenomenon? What? Is that true, Professor? Prevent it more specifically, but just so. Ultimately, the shutdown phenomenon is just orbital energy being absorbed by the Gospels. Where the energy went was a mystery, but having come this far, I think we finally have an answer. To the floating city, to the auroral. It's the only answer which makes sense. The auroral uses little holes between dimensions generated by devices which we call Gospels to cause the phenomenon. Gospels are, all things considered, small holes, so the area affected was thankfully minor. With the auroral made manifest once again, however, that area has grown immensely, enough to engulf the entirety of Liberal and even beyond our borders, I'd imagine. All of Liberal. So that's what's causing all this. Yes, I find it likely that every orbit in the country without exception has stopped working. However, the zero field generator can stop the interference of the auroral, which is to say, put it next to an orbit and that orbit will work just fine. Professor, that's amazing! So we fire that thing up and everything's cool then? Not quite, I'm afraid. The area this prototype can protect is limited. It can shield at most an orbit you could carry in 2 hands. That's small. Oh well, hell, that kind of limits what we can do, doesn't it? The other problem is, I only have so many of them. Even as a favor for Cassius, I could only put 16 of them together. That's actually a lot, if anything. Wait, Dad asked you for those? Yeah, he requested that I work on these a while back, actually. I scarcely even imagined a crisis on this scale at the time, but it seems that he did. Just as I'd expect from Cassius, always seeing further than any other man. That being the case, though, pretty clear how we should use these things, I think. Ah, you're a sharp one, Father. I don't quite follow. So in a crisis like this, the thing that you need more than anything else is fast, accurate communication. Whether it's about the society throwing bears at people, or where goods needs to be taken, if you can't communicate, you're up a creek. Meaning, they should be used to restore communication devices all over Liberal. Is that about the size of it? Bingo! That is a good idea. For the military, not being able to use our guns or airships is dire. Not having communications between headquarters and our forces is even more serious, however. We should restore communications between Grancell Castle, the Haken Gate, and Leiston Fortress ASAP. The guild's in the same boat, in a way. If the branches can't get in touch, it'll be hard to mount any response to anything that might happen. Huh. Sounds as if we're all in agreement, then. Well then, Captain Schwartz, I'll provide 10 zero-field generators to the Royal Army. That should give you enough to cover the Aerosol, the Capital, the Gate, Leiston, and all regional posts. You have my thanks, Professor. I'll order my men to distribute them immediately. And the remaining 6 go to the Bracer Guild. That should be enough to restore the phone in each guild branch. We'll get right on it. we'll see them safely there. What? You can get the phone working? That'd be a great help. Please, set up that 0, whatever it was, right away. No problem. Tita, would you do the honors? Sure, give me a second. Okay, well, there we go. Easy enough. That was kind of faster than I thought it'd be. And all you really need to do is put it in the right spot inside the phone. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Hey, it's working. Sweet. You did it. Looks like it really does let orbital devices work. So next I need to test to see if the phone will actually connect. I'll try calling Grandpa. He's on the aerosol, which should have a working phone. Hello? Oh, Grandpa. Yeah, it's me. I'm at the guild house in Bose right now. It's okay. It works great. Okay, I will. Do your best too, Grandpa. I think it's connecting okay. Professor Russell saved us again, it seems. I'll have to drown Russell in beer and steak next time I see him. Speaking of thanks, Russell seems to be aboard the aerosol still, but where'd the princess and that churchman get off to? Oh, they both headed to Grand Cell at dawn with Captain Schwartz. Chloe said she wanted to talk to the Queen, and Kevin said something about the Archbishop, I think. I see. I imagine the royal family and the church have their own crises to deal with right now. The good news is, they agreed to deliver a zero-field generator to the Capital Guildhouse for us. I would expect to get a call from Elnan at some point. Excellent. Coordinating with him will help. You lot are off to the remaining guildhouses, I take it. Yeah, that's the plan. What I'd really like is to deal with that floating city, but wouldn't we all? It seems like our society friends are already there too. We can't lay a damn finger on them with our airships grounded. Real heroic spot to be in, huh? The little point in flogging ourselves over it. Right now, we must focus on what we can be done. Yeah. Let's get to it! Sweet. Okay, we'll put in, sure, these two. Why not? Good as old times. For old time's sake. Okay. Obviously, airship travel's right out for this, so we'll be walking. Where should we go first? Relent or Rouen? Neither choice is better than the other, really. All the guild houses need working phones, so all we can do is pick a direction and go. Good point. Joshua's got it, I think. No matter which way we go, I'm betting we'll have to work cut out for this. We have sworn to help those in need after all. Yeah, okay. So during the shutdown phenomenon, only characters equipped with a zero-field generator can use orbital arts equipped to generate the accessory slot to use it. Furthermore, Tita uses an orbital cannon. She can't act in any way other than movement or her gunpowder-powered cannon impulse S-craft without a generator. So Tita is screwed, and we will not be using her. But anyway, we're going to start this quest next time. And let's play Legend of Heroes Chosen Sky 2nd Chapter. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.